What's going on, guys? It's time for another Pro PC video. I haven't done one since 2007, so it's about time I go ahead and update that. Alright, so it's no secret that price versus performance has gotten so much better these days. You guys, look back at the last generation of consoles when we're at the very epicenter of unique builds when it came to the console platforms. You had the PlayStation 3 that had what they called the reality chip. The reality synthesizer is what they called it. Well, now we don't have anything like that anymore. In fact, everything's been switched over to the x86. So, what does that mean for everybody? Well, that means that we're all sort of gaming on a similar platform, where the PS4 still has its unique OS and cross-media bar, and then, of course, the Wii U is on its own unique thing, and then the Xbox One is somewhat unique, dual OSs, or tri-OS, or something weird, and then x86, it's all a mess. But still, they do well. They do okay for what they are. But as far as PC goes, it's only getting better. Right now, the PC technology is continuously moving forward at a fast rate. What do I mean by fast rate? Well, let's take a look at last generation, right? The PlayStation 3, the Xbox 360. Well, we didn't have the i7s back then, and they just barely launched the dual cores. Heck, to be all honest, when the PS3 launched, they just barely launched the P4 from Pentium, right? With hyperthreading. You guys, when hyperthreading was new, that's how old the PS3 is. Well, you know, when they launched the i7, they really pushed the envelope on that. In fact, I have that very i7 sitting in the room from across from me. I spent $800 on that build. No joke. $800 on a build, and it's still good today. I play everything on it still. My girl still plays everything on it. I've done video editing. I've actually turned it into a video editing computer at one point, and it was doing well even to today's standards. You guys, PC gaming isn't bad. It's not terrible. It is definitely something that could actually help you. If you're somebody that's coming from the consoles, correct, right? Correct. I almost said correct. If you are just coming from the consoles and you really have no idea what you're doing, the PC platform will help you. Every little problem you may have, guess what? Google's there. There's a site, and you're going to end up going there. You're going to look up your issue. You're going to troubleshoot your own issue, fix your own issue, and guess what? You did that, right? You didn't have to call Sony. You didn't have to call Microsoft. You didn't have to call Nintendo. You did that. You fixed your own issues. You troubleshoot your own problems, and you learn more about your PC the more you go on. You play with folders, you play with directories, you go ahead and you fiddle and faddle with the command prompt, which we all have. You guys, it really is a good platform to try out. I highly suggest everybody who's anybody for that matter that's interested in YouTube that wants to do really good video edits and whatnot, go ahead and jump over to the PC and give it a try. You don't even need to be a hardcore gamer to enjoy the PC platform. In fact, it's even stated today that over half of the PC platform is used as workstations or project computers or just temporary household PCs where people and everybody in the family can get onto and log in to look for social media stuff, sales, you know, the typical use. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. But what else is good about PC? Why should you jump onto the PC market, right? Well, there is this thing called community. The community isn't just about the PC Master Race. No, actually, it's much more than that. It's deeper than that. It's more varied than that. There's more than one community. There's more than one game. There's more than one, well, overall, there's more than one of anything and everything of a game genre that you could ever possibly get into. You're not into FPSs? Fine, there's RPGs. You're not into RPGs? There's 4X RTS games. You want 8X? There's 8X games. There is tons of content on this platform. And what do I mean that there's multiple communities and it's just not one master PC race thing? Well, let's be real here. You look at Steam and you can sit there and say, sure, everybody who uses Steam is part of the Steam community, and that's fine. But that's just the Steam community, and it's segregated titles that have their own personal communities that all sort of make up the ginormous number that Steam community is today. In fact, so much so you can go to NCSoft, Nexon, GPotato, right? You can go to all these different sites like Area Games. You could go to any free-to-play game you want has a community that is much bigger than you would expect from one of those MMOs. And this is, of course, if MMOs are your thing. MMOs in general usually have a pretty big player base, but the oldest MMOs have some of the biggest communities and the most dedicated. And I don't even need to bring up World of Warcraft for this. Yes, it is the highest number of paid subscriptions right now on the MMO market, with good old Final Fantasy coming out on number 2 spot. But that is just that. That is not including what's available and who's all playing Guild Wars 2, MapleStory, Silk Road Online still to this day. What it is to be a PC gamer. Why is it so good? You guys, you learn more because of it. You troubleshoot your own issues. You have more than one community to go to in case you have any issues. Plus, the options are there. Let's peel back that onion, shall we? That onion of layers of misrepresentation and false propaganda. The pricing. Everybody always talks about the pricing. If you want to do an equivalent console platform on a PC, you have to spend anywhere from $800 to $1,000. You don't have to. When I built my first i7 build, I went the top of the line on everything at the time that everything was available to me. That's including the motherboard, the case, the GPU, the whole 9 yards, even the RAM. I bought the best at the time as to what was available. So, you look at today, those prices are similar, and guess what? The performance are triple that. So, you look at for instance, the i7 series now, right? You could get one of those on sale from any one of these sites. You could get a good mid to high end motherboard for about $160 to $200. You can get a good set of RAM. I prefer G.SKILL, but you know what? Maybe you're not a G.SKILL person and you want to go to, say, Kingston or any one of the other companies that provide this RAM for you. You could go to any other companies and pick your parts. And you could do so at a discount. You could do it on the rebates. You can make sure you get the best deal possible. In fact, I've seen people on this site who have claimed that they've built PCs for about $650, and this is actually twice the performance of the current platform that's available when it comes to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Now, I'm not trying to sit here and say that those platforms are weak or they're bad or anything like that, because guess what? Surprise, I do game on those. In fact, I still enjoy them to this day. But I am getting tired of seeing the false propaganda that's spread rampantly on here on YouTube. I'm not going to sit here and say PC gaming is for everyone, or PC gaming in general, but yet they can make videos on here saying that, oh, it's terrible, it's bad, it's ignorance is bliss. Let's keep taking the blue pill, because why not? You take that blue pill, and you never get to really see how far that rabbit hole goes. But you actually venture out and you exercise your mind and you open yourself up to new experiences. PC gaming could be that surprise, that diamond in the rough that you were always scared of, that one situation that really just messed with you, that played on your fears. You could actually just, I don't know, build yourself a PC, buy a pre-built for a pretty cheap price, and you'll see what I mean. All you gotta do is get your feet wet. And that's what this is about. That's what this video is for. Get your feet wet. Don't go ahead and listen to everybody here on YouTube. Hell, don't even listen to me if you don't want to. But in the very least, give it a try. Don't just dismiss it because you're scared. PC gaming isn't that bad. Are there bad situations or bad experiences? Absolutely. I'm not saying that PC gaming is flawless. PC gaming is everything but flawless, and I've had my situations where I felt like throwing my i7 out of a fucking window. But that's just me. That's not everybody, and not everybody's going to have the same experience as myself. I'm not saying that when you first get into PC gaming, you're going to have the best time of your life. I'm going to be very real with you. There are a lot of issues that I find that's bullshit that the PC gaming community right now is still fighting against developers like Activision, who want to sit there and keep putting out this bullshit Call of Duty on PC year after year, knowing that it's unoptimized, it's poorly developed, it's utterly shite, and people still support it on the PC for some stupid fucking reason. So, with that being said, like I said before, there are tons of different experiences that you can truly benefit from on this platform. If you don't want to be a gamer, fine, use it as a workstation. I mean, there is just so much you could do with a PC versus the console platform.
Bop, bada bop, boom, pow. Oh!